The crackle of July cicadas usually lulls me to sleep, but that night they'd gone quiet. Just the creak of porch boards under my rocking chair, the sweat pooling where my thigh met the wicker. The air smelled like wet laundry left too long in the machine, sour, dense. I'd been watching the tree line across Route 9 since sundown, not for any reason. Harlan's hound started up around 10, not the usual yips when a raccoon sniffs his food bowl, but a keening whine that climbed to a shriek, then nothing. The silence afterward felt deliberate, like the woods were holding their breath. I touched the muck, cold, gritty river silt. The black water's half a mile west through thick underbrush. The shadows between the bushes pooled thicker than they should have. Moonlight doesn't lie, but it was bending there, curving around something. The motion light died. In the dark, the sounds sharpened, labored breathing 3 feet away, the squelch of weight shifting on damp earth. My fingers found the porch railing splinters lodging under nails as I crab-walked backward. The motion light flickered on again. Nothing on the steps but dried mud, cracked now, webbing out from the center like something had hatched. I poured a bourbon, hand steady enough to notice. First light showed the soybean stalks bent in a perfect line from the tree line to my porch. The sheriff's deputy took photos, towing the crushed plants with his boot. "Coyote," he said. They found the hound at noon. "In the road, right where the school bus stops." Rot spread faster than gossip. Whole carcass liquefied except the skull, smiling somehow. No one's heard crickets since. The bourbon bottle's been empty since Tuesday. My hands haven't stopped shaking. Sleep comes in splinters. Twice I've woken to the smell of river decay blooming under the bed, thick, fungal, alive. I checked. Nothing but dust and the warped spine of a National Geographic from '86. Daylight's no relief. The soybean trail's gone trampled wide, stalks snapped at the base. Not coyote work. Rot seeps up through the soil there. Squat black mushrooms crowd the ruin, stems veined like old ligaments. Harlan avoids me now. Can't blame him. Saw him hosing down his truck bed yesterday. The water ran rust. Red. He wouldn't meet my eyes. Tonight, the motion light stays dead. I sit on the porch anyway, skin prickling where sweat meets resin-coated chair. The dark has texture tonight, woolen almost, suffocating. Something scrapes the house's north side. Nails on clapboard, slow, deliberate, then a wet thud like a sack of feed dropped from a height. I don't move. The thing doesn't either. We breathe together, uneven rhythms sinking. When the moon breaks through clouds, the yard comes gray, washed and false. Fresh mud glistens beneath my bedroom window, fanning outward. Prints this time, half human. The arch is too high, toes splayed like something that's never worn shoes. My reflection in the window mocks me pale, lips bloodless. Then the glass fogs. From the inside, the smell hits first. Laundry left to sour. Something breathing inches behind my neck. I don't turn. I won't. The air clots. Something warm trickles down my temples, sweat or blood or neither. My jaw locks. Not a breath, not a blink. The window's breath is mine now, humid and labored. Behind me, weight shifts. Boards whimper under no feet I can see reflected. My knuckles blanch around the chair arms. The resin sticks, puckering skin. Wind groans through the soy fields. Wrong direction. Should be west to east. Always west to east here. Yet the stalks shiver northward, bowing toward the house. Toward me. They're singing, faint. Not the radio. I killed the breaker at dusk. Children's voices, maybe. A skipping rhyme, half remembered. 1 for sorrow, 2 for mirth. The wallpaper behind the TV bubbles peels upward and curls like burnt skin. Heat radiates against my spine, feverish, uneven. Dust motes float in the moonlight, too slow, as if the air's gone syrupy. My watch ticks backward. I'm certain of it. Tick. Tock. Tick. Second hand cringing west. The window shows a flicker. Canines too long, stained sepia, bruised gums, footprints in the mud below multiply as I watch, twins of my boots, but boneless, toes dragging through clay, deeper with each phantom step. The soybean rot pulses, wet and patient. I don't remember standing, don't remember walking toward the stairs, but here my hand rests on the rail, nails black with spores. The stairs creak a dirge underfoot, but my soles don't press the wood. They hover a skin's width above, suspended by strings I can't feel. Spores cascade from my fingernails, smoking where they touch the banister, black veins threading into varnish. The air clots with the sweetness of overripe plums. Something's wrong with the angles here. Third step down. Fourth. My vision splits. I see both the stairwell and the soybean field outside, stalks now pressed flat as if a great palm had smoothed them. The rail thrums, a heartbeat muffled beneath layers of linseed oil and rot. My tongue tastes of static and copper. The basement door warps and sags, its edges rippling with the rhythm of lungs I don't possess. The fifth step snaps, not a break but a bite. A shadow pools at the foot of the stairs, writhing upward into a hand that beckons. My watch stops, time melts into liquid gold pooling under glass. A voice, mine but filtered through broken teeth, rasps from the basement. "You've always lived here." The walls hum the words back, their floral patterns now spelling truth in a language of spores and static. The basement door shudders open. Not a hinge is groan, but a wet, organic parting, lips peeling back from teeth. My breath doesn't fog the air. Doesn't exist. Did it ever? The soybean field vista persists in my left eye. Rot blooms there now, black petals unfurling in the moonlight. My right eye sees stairs descending into a throat of mold-pocked walls. Below, the shadow hand flexes. Its fingers are too jointed. A centipede's ripple. My ribs ache. When I press my collarbone, it gives like rotten fruit. Through the gap, spores spill. The sixth step has teeth. Bites. Blood beads on my calf, black and iridescent. I lift my foot, but the floor clings, threads of amber resin tethering heel to wood. Voices now. Not one, but layered, hundreds of my own, compressed into a hive. The floral wallpaper parts. Behind it, something thrums, wet, glistening. My reflection in its surface isn't mine. The shadow hand grazes my ankle. Cold. Familiar, a limb I lost in sleep. It whispers without sound, "This is where you bury what you are. This is where you began." That is K. My throat fills with clay. When I scream, the spores bloom. Spores clot the scream in my windpipe. The taste-stamped soil and rusted iron, memory of childhood nail-bitten until it bled. The shadow hand tongues the blood on my calf, each bead dissolved into its ink. My knees buckle. Not from pain, but recognition. The resin climbing my heel isn't amber. It's my own marrow weeping through cracks in the bone. The wallpaper heaves. Ripples spread where my reflection should be, showing caverns ribbed with cartilage, pulsing. A heart turned inside out. The voices peel into laughter, or sobbing. I can't tell anymore. My fingers brush the stair's teeth. They're warm, alive. The same enamel as my molars, the ones I ground to splinters. Shadow becomes solid. The hand seeps into my ankle, a liquid chill fusing tendon to tendon. When I try to claw it away, my nails puncture skin like sogged paper. Beneath, no muscle, no sinew, only spores, fat and burrowing. They sing as they tunnel up my shin. Light snuffs above. The door's gums close, sealing velvet darkness. But I see clearer now. The walls aren't walls, they're lungs. Each floral pattern a capillary pumping black pollen. My chest splits, a crack from collarbone to sternum, no blood. Just hollow space, echoing the basement's wet rasp. The shadow hand blooms through my ribs, pruning rot like a gardener. I understand, finally, these aren't my hands. But they'll learn to be. The sparrows scream. No! That's not right! The sound is here! Inside! My larynx shaping into a whistle, a bird call none of me remembers learning. The hand moves without my telling it to. Splays. Bone warps into something slender, jointless. Rain cracks against the house. Or is it the house exhaling? Drops bead on my brow, syrupy. When they slide into my mouth, I taste attic dust. Grandmother's wedding lace. All the choke things a home swallows when no one's watching. My left femur liquefies. I don't fall. Don't need to. The floor cups me. Its boards grown spongy, alveoli massaging the sludge that used to be my legs. The spores orchestrate my marrow now. The walls flutter, a dysrhythmic breath. Capillaries split, birthing new patterns. Dahlias, hydrangeas, nightshade, each petal a tiny mouth. They harmonize with my altered throat. Ribs splinter like kindling. Inside, a hollow where my heart once spasmed. Now it cradles a fist-sized hive, vibrating with directives. My new fingers pluck it out, tender as a milk tooth. Hush, I hum, though I don't know who I'm soothing. The dark feels like skin now, and I'm growing into it.